Hi, I'm Nick Shell and you're watching this video because you apparently have watched me perform my newest song called Room Full of Eyes on You. I designed these videos so that I can explain, ultimately from an Enneagram perspective, why I write the songs that I do. If by chance somehow you're stumbling upon this video and you haven't watched me do the song, there's a link right there. It'll take you to it. You can watch me do the song, and this video will make a lot more sense. Let's face it, it'd be pretty weird if you spent time watching this video all the way through and didn't actually hear the song that I'm talking about. I think that'd be weird, but it's your time being spent here, right? Here we go. This song is called Room Full of Eyes on You. And this, funny, of all the dozens of songs that I've published here on my YouTube channel, this one has taken a lot of time to finally get to that finished product. Sometimes when I write a song, I can write it quickly and the next day I can record it. This is one that's basically 3 months in the making. From a technical perspective and the rhythm and all the lyrics, there's a lot going on in this song, so it's hard to get all in one take. And specifically, it was hard to write. This is a song I wrote twice. I remember writing it right after the event happened, and then I gave it a couple weeks and I rewrote the song almost from scratch, and I had to get it just right. And what's funny, and I'm aware of this, how many people are going to watch that song on my YouTube? Like 100 maybe? But I put a lot of thought and reflection into all the songs that I write, even if it's for a small audience, because ultimately I suppose that me writing songs is, some sort of therapy usually. Now this song is a little bit different than the majority, because typically I don't write songs about like romantic relationships at all. But I think, in case you're new to Enneagram, I'm a 6-wing 7, but I do have the 5-wing. I'm very analytical, even if it's not obvious. And so here we go. This is a song. I want to tell you the story that it's about so the lyrics make sense. So about 3 months ago, my wife turned 41, and we were downtown Nashville with some friends. And we kept going to all these crowded rooms, all these crowded places. And I don't do well in crowds. I'm learning that about myself. But we'd walk into these places, and I wasn't saying a word, but I would notice everybody in the room in these bars in downtown Nashville were all looking at my wife when she walked in, and they kept looking at her like she was somebody famous, like she was somebody they were supposed to know who she was. And she just definitely stood out in that crowd. And my wife's not the kind of person who tries to bring attention to herself by any means. And so it was very interesting to me to be beside her during that event and seeing all these people notice her, but she was unaware of it. So here you go. Here's the song, starting with the chorus. You've got a room full of eyes on you right now, and you still haven't figured it out. A room full of eyes on you right now. You stop the show, no, there isn't a doubt. I'm the great detective here by your side. It's no surprise to Sherlock here when I find you've got a room full of eyes on you right now. And then going on to the two verses. Man, I put a lot into this first verse. What you're seeing here is it's my observations. It's a song about my wife, but through the lens of the observer, me, and the songwriter. So here we go. And I borrowed this opening line of this first verse from the comedian Sebastian Maniscalco. He has a thing how he's, what's wrong with people? And he's always like analyzing them, and that's mainly what his act is about. So this is borrowed from his concept here. I say, I'm never not watching people. I can't mind my own business. I'm so good at pointing out the person of interest. It's obvious that character is you. The crowd agrees. I've got a front row seat to the irony. You're unaware they all think you're someone they have seen in some Americana magazine. I definitely feel like that's an accurate way to describe my wife. I mean, think of Joanna Gaines from, Magnolia and all that. That's my wife. Not actually Joanna, but my wife is very much like that type. And then the second verse. I suppose that's the way this trade-off works. If you can see how exceptional you truly look, then maybe your smile couldn't be so innocent. I suppose that to look like you on the outside, the inside can't afford to be tangled in pride because you've got a heart that's so genuine. And that's juxtaposed to these crowded rooms we were in downtown Nashville, where all these females were trying to look special and stand out with their pink cowboy boots and try to get attention on them. And it wasn't working. Instead, they were paying attention to my wife, who was not trying to make a scene. So you can imagine me, quiet husband next to her, witnessing all of this, seeing this show, and the whole time my wife wasn't aware of it until after we got back home and it was explained to her what was going on. I thought, yeah, this is a song. I need to write this song. So there you go. Again, if you haven't heard me perform this song, I'd love for you to check it out. You're invited. to click that link right there. Takes you to the song. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this video.